kills you. Everybody else is
You
already
need to
dead.
do it. You need to try. I mean, if there's ever a better reason to go back, this
We're already playing. They're already
This
picking
is
up.
it. This is the time
After the game
when it
last
needs to be
time.
done. I mean, of all the time, you're going to quit using it altogether. Don't start now. Not like you're quitting smoking. It's very important we survive. It's very important. And we're fucked up.
Very
So
important we survive.
you've got to try. So we're all right here. If something happens, we're in the same boat you are. It's not like it's only going to affect you. Hell, we'll surround you so that when you do it, it can't get near you. How's that?
Take me at least 3 hours to try again.
Well, that's fine. As I'm saying this, laying face down over in the sunlight.
There ain't much I can do right now.
Not much any of us can do right now.
Well, one thing that I think would be better is if we just, I know you can't and we're not splitting up, but
I'd like to stay right here.
I understand. I get it.
The drag comes back.
Did you run away farther this time?
Yes.
Instead of just to the edge of the doorway?
You
Yes.
as you are up on
Ran?
as you are up on the top there, laying down like or doing whatever, watching the dragon have a big
Rejuvenating.
fight.
Watching the
You're
dragon.
unable to rejuvenate because something is interfering. You're not able to meditate while viewing,
All
so
right.
you have to pick one or the other.
I'm going to go rejuvenate somewhere.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
Oh,
Right now, you're in the sun. The whole area is basically the sun's coming,
I don't
so
care.
you can pick.
What did you say the dragon
How about we
said?
just put you right there?
Put me over by the doorway. Fuck you.
This doorway, the hidden one, or the one that you
The hidden one.
back
where
to
I
the
can,
town?
yeah, that one.
Back to town?
No, that
No. Okay.
one in case I need
Very
to
good.
run away.
What did you say the dragon was doing? The last thing
It's
you-
attacking the town.
So it's just randomly going around doing bullshit.
Oh, that's facing the big prince guy right now.
Wait, the prince?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see. You know,
I'm
it's
trying
kind of
to
like.
climb up. Roll percent.
No, you can. I think it's
God, put me face down there wherever the sunlight.
it's right now. It's everywhere, but,
I'm-
you know
I'm
it's
face
gonna
down.
like
I'm laying down.
it's gonna go. The shadows
Then
are
I'll-
gonna go this
Then I'll
way.
crawl
So
with it.
you might want to be over here.
That's fine. Put me face down, or I'm laying down in the sun. I'm out of everything.
I'm sitting down next to him rejuvenating.
All right, so you climb up.
Okay, save.
I don't know. What are you trying to do?
Try to view the
See
city.
what happens. Okay, save versus spell.
Nope.
Well, wait now. You have a wisdom,
It's not going to be enough.
and then you have a +2.
It's not going to be
Still
enough.
not enough. Okay.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. All right. So you go. Fall down.
One more time.
Have you failed already?
Yeah, once before.
Okay. So this
First
time,
we ran
this
over.
time it got like
Really bad.
really bad. No
Oh.
damage, but you're thinking, oh boy, if I do this
Just
again and fail again, there could be bad consequences. So, in case, just to describe the scene, the Waldor and Shelley are kind of hanging out over here. As a matter of fact, they'll just hang out in the
Is
hallway.
Walter awake?
Not yet. She's just kind of hanging out there, and
She shouldn't be doing much anything.
let's see if she has.
Brought back from the
She's not like
But
edge
20.
of death along with Waldorf.
She is awake and capable of doing whatever she wants.
I'm just saying.
Still very low.
I know how many hit points she has.
Okay.
And her
Is it your
idea,
phone going off?
she has a
Yes.
terrible. She has no idea. And she just stands there. So, time marches on.
How fast do you heal?
I'm content to lay here until the sun is no longer in the room. Because that ain't gonna be but so many hours. I can use more than that. Well,
You get 6 hit points an hour.
on
Okay,
a turn.
so
So yeah,
the sun is available
I need a couple days.
for you had rested 3 hours, and then the dragon happened. So another 3 hours goes by. I would like you to roll a d20 for the first hour.
20.
Does anyone change anything after the first hour?
No, but if I
Yes,
say something
no.
out of game to you. Okay. I was thinking about this since last time, about rolling for random encounters, rolling initiative. I think because this time around, everybody that's at this table is actually paying attention to the game. I think it would be fair if we just kind of took turns and went around the table.
Rolling initiative.
Rolling initiative,
I don't
rolling.
Whatever.
I usually
encounters.
pick the people that I think need, like her, she needs to learn all the dice.
Yeah,
so
I
that's
know.
why I'm picking her.
No, I get it.
I picked Sabrina because it was something to interrupt her from her phone for 5 minutes. After that, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so once when she learns her dice.
Yeah.
I was just because I'm
I
just trying to
used,
think.
and then like I picked him because he was his character was gone for
Yeah.
a time, so he could roll.
Yeah, I get it. I was just saying it's just kind of one of those things where, especially with initiative, I think it'd be just because it's one of those things where if somebody messes up, nobody else is like, "Grr," you know what I mean? Which some of us tend to do.
I'm not one of those people that believes in
Luck.
dice
No, I get
being cursed or
I get it.
anything like that. I don't believe people
No, I understand.
affect how a dice rolls. I just don't. I never have, and I never will.
But I
But
get it.
if it causes someone else to lose their mind, it's not that big a deal for me to let it not lose their mind. I don't.
No, I get it.
It's not.
I was
That's
just-
not something I care about. I guess.
No, I get it. And I'm kind of there with you. I just kind of figure that way or if it's, this night somebody does it, next night somebody else does it, you know what I mean?
Okay, so there's something I need to read to you because
So you know there's no water.
you had a question.
What?
There's no water because the water main break.
Oh.
You know.
So if you got to do a number 2, you go downstairs, and then I'll take care of it later.
Figure out something back
Right on the floor.
Not on the floor. Okay, so
There's no water in the faucet. That's fine.
there's so you had asked me about, and you did it the right way.
You flush the toilet
About
up here
why
and
those-
the water's out of my face.
those
Shot one water right
spellcasters
there. That could have been.
to turn and then turn again
Yes.
in the same combat round.
Without it being
And I'm
the
going
end of the
to
round.
answer your question. First of all, when you choose a no move action, as it says right here, even if a character chooses any one of the no move actions, which is attack, cast a spell, cover, etc., you can still adjust their position during their action phase, which means a 5 foot, 1 square, and a free facing turn.
Okay.
And then over here, threatening. Was it 22? I thought it was. Okay. Remember too that characters can make a single facing change during an enemy's move if the enemy moves adjacent to them. Those are 2 separate things because
Okay.
one is on your turn and one is on the enemy's turn.
Okay.
So that's why that happened.
Okay. I get it now.
Tell them the thing on the dimension door right away.
Okay, so dimension door, the thing about the facing of the door, that's on the card. It's not in the book, so that's why I couldn't remember where that came from. So the whole thing about the door only being able to be seen from one side and not the other, that's the way it is.
Okay.
Second of all, when you cast dimension door, or when you use your power dimension door, it's specifically to move.
Uh-huh.
So at some point you have to move
With it.
in that round.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
You do not have to move through the dimension door that round.
It opens up in your same square.
Absolutely.
You don't have to step through it. You were saying that you could use a 5 foot step to go through it, so it doesn't take movement to go through it. But you don't.
There's no other reason to have a dimension door. It's for you to travel.
I disagree with that because there's a maintain cost on it, so it doesn't necessarily mean for you to travel. It's
Yeah,
there
because
for you to open
You
a
can leave it
portal
open as long as
one
you have
place
points
to
to leave it
another.
open.
Right.
It's not so you keep walking back and forth through it. It's for other uses, like let other people go through it. Let people down there to come
other
to
stuff
you.
through it. I mean, it's a portal from one place to another. That's all it is. It doesn't necessitate. It doesn't have intelligence surrounding. Oh, you must go through me now. There's no.
I think it even says you can step through it.
I'll have to take a look.
I mean, granted, it's a -4 attack. You can actually attack through it too. There's other stuff you can do with it. It's just not for travel, and it doesn't say anywhere that it's just for travel.
Read the description.
Using this power, Sciences opens a human-sized portal that leads to the edge of another dimension. The edge acts like a lightning-quick transit system, carrying travelers to destinations chosen by the user. The vaguely outlined portal appears in front of the user. At the same time, an identical portal appears wherever he wants it, within the power's range. The door can have any orientation the user wants. Stepping into either portal allows the character to immediately step out on the other. Both doors remain in place while the user maintains the power. Stepping into it. It doesn't say you cast it, you're gone, so you don't have to step into it. Stepping into it is an action. I mean, not an action, but you know what I'm saying. You said we get the free 5-foot step.
If
So,
you want it.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that would be if you want to go
It's,
through it on
it's
your
in
same
your
turn.
square though. It's not in the
Stepping into
in
it.
front of you. So.
Stepping into it
I don't. Well, here's my
doesn't
thing.
mean you automatically transport.
It can't be in the same square.
It's
as
in
you
front of you, is what it says. Okay, so make it a
Does it
5-foot
say-
edge of in front. This is in front of you.
Yeah, it says in front of you, and it says any orientation as well. So you could orientate it like that.
In front of the user doesn't mean. I mean, technically, it could be 20 feet in front of you. That's still in front of you.
What's the range on it?
200 yards maximum.
Well, no. Is there a range? There's the
200 yards.
No.
maximum.
The only thing it says is the door opens in front of the character.
No.
The
there's no
vaguely
range.
outlined portal appears in front of the user.
In front of the user.
right. How far in front of the user?
I'm
Just
saying
in
it's
front.
in the same square.
There is no range.
It doesn't
the range
say.
is however far
Just
you want
says
the
in
other
front.
one to be.
It's another part
Well,
of
I'm
the
saying it's in the same square.
But then it says.
So it appears in the same square. I take a 5-foot step back. It's not in my same square.
Stepping into either portal, because there's two of them,
Allows a character.
allows a character to immediately step out the other end. That right there is your option of whether you're going to do it or not. It doesn't mean you have to travel because it specifies stepping into it is what causes you to travel. It wouldn't say any of that. It's automatically going to transport you.
Okay, so
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
when
And it specifies either portal.
I do say
So you
what
can
you're
open
saying.
this one and run down to the other one and get in it if you wanted.
so
It specifies either portal.
okay, so with your argument of it's in the same square as you,
God,
if we did the
wasn't
because
correct.
it's a no move action, if we cast it and then said I step to the side, outside of doesn't mean that it can stay there and we are not.
You know what? I'll have to say you're right.
So I was just
And that's
bringing up.
fine.
I was just bringing up
I
because
don't,
of
I don't, I'm not one of
the
those people that's going to die on that hill. I'm good with
because
your all's interpretation.
I'm because
So, well,
I mean, if being the same square is the issue, then I would. If we have a 5-foot square, I would put it at the 5-foot. Like you're in the center of the 5-foot. At the edge of that 5-foot square is where the portal would
or
open.
we do the
Because we can still do the 5-foot step to move through it if we choose to.
or off to the side, which is
As
either
long as
way.
if
Yeah.
it's always got to be in front of you, you can step out of the way. It's always
Yeah.
got to be in front of you.
Well, my reasoning because that way you can step out of the way, the line of characters can go through, and then at
Yeah.
the end of the round, you can use your half move to go through it. Is my thinking of how we can do it.
Well, you don't have to use the half move. What he's saying
Yeah.
is we get a free 5-foot step. Now the caster can do the free 5-foot step, but the other players would have to wait till their turn to move
Yeah.
and use their half movement if they have it to move through the portal because it's not opening directly in front of them. And it has no backside, so they can't come through that side. It can only
And I agree with the whole. And I agree kind of with your.
Destiny's watching.
Hi, Destiny.
What are you doing?
And I agree with the. And my thing is, you talked about, I don't want to die on the hill. Well, what if you are an observer off the hill and you see it getting attacked, can you just open up doors so that they can come through?
Yeah.
That's why.
I'm sorry. I'm going back to
Okay.
when you said I didn't want to die on the hill.
You said
I'm referring to.
The argument.
I'm fine with your guys' interpretation.
okay.
Yeah.
So does your point still go on, or was it? Did
No,
you
it
misinterpret
was-
what I.
He gave in and said we win, so I guess
I
we're done.
misinterpreted what you
What
said.
he said.
Okay.
Okay.
Listening since I couldn't make it. Well,
We can go get you if you want.
I guess you'll have to if you see something weird, you'll have to text. Unless
One of us.
somebody wants to keep this open on their phone and they can chat. But anyway.
She can text one of us. She has some.
I can
Okay,
pull it up on my laptop.
so that's the first hour,
Easy
and
for
nothing's changing, or is it? So you get
Nope.
however many points or whatever it is that
One a turn,
You're
so I
doing-
get 6 for the first time.
is this hit points?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, and does that have any kind of cost?
Yeah.
Do you have the power?
Wait a minute, hold on.
Because you had said at the
Yeah,
end
yeah.
of the last game you were tapped, but I don't know
am,
exactly
so I can't.
what you had.
So let me change that. For the first, I gotta rejuvenate for the first hour.
Okay.
You're absolutely correct. So for the first hour, I rejuvenate.
You get whatever that is.
Well,
12?
Yeah.
And then I'll go into.
Okay, so the first hour's done, right?
First hour. I don't change anything. I do because I'm only resting and not sleeping. I get back 6 PSPs.
Okay,
Correct?
I think that's right.
I'm doing this right?
And you're not. Are you rejuvenating?
No, I wasn't. I was just resting.
Is rejuvenation a
I don't need
non-weapon
to.
proficiency?
Yes.
So you needed to take that. If
Yeah,
you
I
haven't
do have
taken
it.
it yet.
I have it. I just wasn't doing it right now because I don't have a need right now.
Okay, that's fine.
I
Okay.
all my points. go
So,
into the
are we
fights.
good, Do you know what your total is?
Yeah, right now, sure.
Okay.
It's 14.
Wow, you were really down too.
I burned through all of it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm at 63.
All
Can I
right.
give them some of
So-
mine.
So for the second hour, I'm gonna burn all 12 I just gained to get 6 hit
Do
points.
something else. Okay.
That'd be
So,
the second.
Is it 2
That
per-
happens.
is it 2 per turn?
and now the second hour. Are you rejuvenating the second hour? Or are you going to
No, I'm
continue
just
to rest?
resting. I'm at 4 PSPs now.
And are you rejuvenating?
I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
trying to keep
Okay.
an eye out. And keep
Roll the
an eye out.
d20.
Wait.
No.
So for a half an hour more, I'm gonna continue to rejuvenate.
That's 3 turns.
Yeah, because I need enough to start the photosynthesis.
It costs 18.
No, I
No,
need
there's
two,
not.
I need 2 a turn to photosynthesis.
Oh,
I need 5 to start.
gotcha.
And then for the last 30 minutes, you're doing something
No
else.
photosynthesis for an hour.
Okay.
So that's to start the photosynthesis, and that works. And then for an hour, I'm gonna photosynthesis.
Well, before another half hour goes by, roll the d20.
14.
Okay, so we're 2 hours. And now the sun is at the last edge of this silo. So another hour goes by.
But I'm still have a half an hour for my thing.
No, now you've got a full hour. Or
That'd be 2.5 hours for you.
hold on,
I did an hour and a half,
you did an
and now I'm
hour,
doing an hour photosynthesis.
and then you did a half hour more of the
Right.
rejuve, and then a half hour photosynthesis.
Oh, you just want to back it up.
And now we're
That's
doing
fine, that's
the
fine.
next hour, and that happened.
So
So you regained 6
I'm
more
full.
turns worth. You regained 6 more turns worth.
Well, 12.
You have done
Yeah.
1 hour
I'm
of
already at full. So
that.
1 hour of rejuvenation. An hour and a half for rejuvenation.
You don't have any
half an
healing,
hour
so yeah.
of
I know.
photosynthesis.
Well, now another hour goes by on the
As much other
photosynthesis.
stuff.
Just a half an
I
hour.
need
You
to
know?
fight you.
So the last hour you're doing nothing. Look, I'll write
I'm
it
trying
out.
to explain.
I'll
No, you don't
write it
have
out.
to. You're not understanding what I'm doing.
1 hour.
No, let me tell you what's going on.
Okay.
For an hour and a half, I did rejuvenation.
I don't want to do it by an hour and a half.
I have
want
to
do
because
it
that's
by
the
an
points
hour.
I need.
Hold on.
Oh,
1 hour.
all right, then fine. For 2 hours, I rejuvenate.
Dice rolls. We've already done 2 hours.
You don't understand. I gotta have a certain amount of points. I can't stop at.
You're
I'm
doing-
stopping at an hour and a half because that's when I have enough points to start
Yeah,
photosynthesis.
that's
That's
fine.
what he's
Then
doing.
you have
But I only have enough to.
That's what he's doing. He's just writing out differently than you're thinking it.
But then I'm going to take an hour, but that's 2.5 hours. But you're saying you're only doing it in hours.
Yes.
Yes.
So
He's cutting down a half.
hold on. Shut up. Listen.
Stop. It makes perfect sense.
No,
to
it
me.
doesn't. You shut up too.
No,
Lower your
I will
voice.
not shut up.
Hold on. Lower your voice, Sean.
All right, we're 2 hour mark. You're a half an hour into photosynthesis, correct?
He said, what am I doing for the next hour? I can only photosynthesis for half an hour because I'm out of power again, which is my whole point.
Okay.
I can't do it. And then he said, well, what are you doing? Nothing for the next hour? That's why I'm trying to tell you what I'm trying to do.
So the
And
last,
everybody's got an opinion about how I
the
can't
last
do what I want
half
to do.
hour then of that
It's my
third hour,
ability. I want to do it
what
my
are you
way.
doing?
I've got to rejuvenate again so I can get for an hour. I'm always going to be a half an hour off of the rest of you guys because it took me an hour and a half to have enough points to
Yeah, that
photosynthesis
was-
for an hour. I have to have an hour and a half.
You are
Well,
really not getting this.
my
right.
dice rolls trump yours
Right.
right now.
That's
All right,
fine.
first
So
hour-
you can do it every half an hour. It's fine. But when you say, what are you doing for the next hour? Well, it's half of that hour is going to be photosynthesis. Then the half of that hour, the other half is the first half of my hour and a half of rejuvenation.
That makes no sense to me. All right,
That's
so
because you're not doing
Here.
math on the cards.
here's the math. Do it,
I don't need your math. This isn't
Hold
your
on.
character.
This is-
This is
hold
what
on.
you're doing
Simple
ability.
stuff, Steven.
It's this simple, and you don't get it.
Oh,
Relax.
I get it.
No, you don't. You just said you did.
No, you don't get it. He's doing random encounters every hour.
I understand that, but he
That's
asked
all
me
he's
what I'm
doing.
doing for the next hour, and I said I can't do this for an hour. I can only do it for half an hour. Then I got to start something different. So then his exact reply to me was, "So
I
you're doing nothing."
apologize.
You said
Right.
I'm doing
What are you
nothing for the next hour. I said no. I have to split it up and do something different.
Not with my mom.
Okay.
So what? So do one thing and then another.
Okay.
It's
That's
just
what I said I'm doing. He's the one that had an issue with it.
Steve, we just need to step back.
Yeah, that's why I said
Fine.
you're just
So-
making things worse.
No, trust me.
It has nothing to do with you.
Bill's
No.
been going on for a long
Just
time.
completely dumb.
We just need to step
Then
back and
leave.
let them do it.
No, I won't leave.
Then shut up. It's
No.
not your character. It's not about you. Between me and him, the interpretation of the rules as written. So why do you keep jumping
The
in and
random
making it
encounters
worse?
have
Hey.
everything to do with us.
All right, you guys.
It's nothing to do with random
No more
encounters.
talking. You guys shut up. If you talk, you're going to take damage. So I have it in my mind. You and I will just do it. Okay. First hour, you rejuvenate. When we rolled, nothing happened. The second hour, you're saying the first half
Half
hour,
an hour.
you continue to rejuvenate.
I have to.
And then the second half hour, you photosynthesis.
I'm going to
Is
photosynthesis
that
for an
correct?
hour, but
Okay,
the
well-
first half to your roll doesn't matter. You can roll your roll whenever you want. I'm photosynthesizing for an hour.
Okay, well, I don't want to know that.
Yeah, in 30 minutes you can roll your dice.
Because
It doesn't matter to me.
Here's whatever.
I'm telling you what I'm doing
you
for an
got,
hour.
you know, well,
Because an hour is what I got to do certain things. So I'm not going to, I'm only going to do it for
well,
5
you
minutes.
might be interrupted, which is why
That's what chance I got to
I
take.
have to do it my way.
I don't care when you roll. You can roll whenever you want. It has nothing to do when you
So,
roll.
That happened.
You can mark it down however you want.
Then
It's
the
still
next
good.
half hour
Yeah,
makes 1 hour of photosynthesis.
correct.
And now this next half hour, you're doing what?
It's the first half an hour of an hour and a half of rejuvenation.
Okay. So, and you rolled for that and you were successful.
I didn't roll
rejuvenation.
I
rejuvenation
thought
yet.
you did, but
No,
ahead.
I rolled to go into photosynthesis, and then the argument started.
We decided that rejuvenation as
oh yeah, yeah,
no
yeah. You're
way.
not under any kind of threat.
Okay.
So okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we do a half an hour of that,
Mhm.
and your current total of whatever that is.
I don't think we have rolled yet for
We
that
have not.
hour yet.
Correct. So, are you at a current total for your
Yeah.
reju?
6. Right?
Okay. No, shh. Almost got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Roll,
Rejuvenation is
roll a d20, please.
19.
All right.
What are we
So,
looking for? 1 on the D10?
well, you guys aren't looking for that.
Yeah.
Okay,
True.
so-
Randy is.
So next half, now we can go an hour because I got to have an hour and a half to rejuvenate.
Well,
To photosynthesis for an hour.
let's see what anyone else wants to
I'm
do.
just saying,
So
I
we still
have to,
we've got
I
through
have
3
to
hours
do
so
That's
far.
fine.
to get enough points to do it, I have to do an hour and a half rejuvenation in order to have enough points of photosynthesis for 1 hour. That's why these time frames are fucked up.
So we've done 3
So
hours
now
of resting. The sun is now
Yeah.
gone. And
Then I'm just going to be, obviously, it doesn't matter what I do. The sun's gone. I'll rejuvenate. I can't get
Okay.
my power back.
are you going to do anything different now that the sun's gone?
No, keep on rejuvenating.
Okay. And you.
I want to
You want
talk
to have a
about
discussion with
Yeah.
your brother?
yes,
Okay.
and with the kind of the party in general.
Go ahead.
Hey, brother, is it okay if we move to the room again?
No, we want the thing else.
Sorry.
Since the sun is gone, is it okay if we move to the room? I think it's safer there.
Yeah.
So everybody else agree? Move to the room, go
Okay.
back up, set up for the night.
Where's this portal we're
The
supposed to
leader
go through?
says yes. Good idea.
Where's this portal we're supposed to go to?
The White Witch says
It's in one of
yes. Good idea. Same roll.
I have no memory.
Shelly, of course, says I'm with you. And could
Is he
you
You're not here.
could you help me with Waldor? And the leader says yes. So they follow. Does anyone not go to what the supposed safe room is?
I'll go to the same room.
Hearing no objections, that happens.
We get there safely.
And as far as you know, you're on the backside of the day and you're probably hungry.
Okay.
So, if you have food, although I think
All right.
those of you that did photosynthesis, you are fully taken care of when it comes to that.
Not fully, but
Mostly.
if we did it for at least an hour or more, it satisfies the needs for 1 meal for the day and only half the water.
So you are satisfied.
So,
I ate my wafers already.
Grundle on us. When was that? You remember?
Yeah, it was during the 3 hour period when you said we were doing right before then. It's like, hey, you're kind of hungry.
Okay, that sounds right.
It's around there, I believe.
Okay. Okay, so any discussion here before? Yes?
You wanted to say the portal?
When we get back in the room,
Well,
I can
where's
get whatever you
All right, there's a portal we're supposed to go through on this island.
Something
to
like
get
Just
out
let me
of
know
here.
whenever
Yes,
we're
but
done. How much time's passed.
We're
I only
trying
have
to get
7 hit points and 6 power points.
First, we
So-
need to head back to the one room, get the ring, and then we can go to the portal. Quite frankly, since we're all very damaged, I think we should spend the night here.
Okay.
And then in the morning,
Too.
yeah, spend a moment here and then go try and get out of here.
Well, I think that ring may be off the table at this point. I'd rather find the portal and get out of here. Because
I have that ring for me has been off the table since it became on the table. But that is not my decision. It is his decision. I point to Garrett. I agree. Waldor here helped us out by getting us here. That was his side of the bargain. Our side was we helped him get his ring. And I understand that, but at the same time, my thinking is this is for our town. We would have already been long gone, and this dragon would not have been here if we were already gone. So now his time is fucked because we
I
stayed.
can't see that fucking screen. I'm not like your son that sits over here and reads it word for word. I can't see anything on that. I can see there's a picture of there. That's it.
But
there's pictures on your screens.
sometimes. So
Sort of.
that was my thinking is if we would have already been gone, that dragon never would have been here, and this town would still be intact.
It ain't worth our lives.
But
Right now, with my life or your life or his life, and Walter is kind of unconscious at this point. So
oh yeah, that's right, he's unconscious. But quite frankly, I don't care about Waldo's ring. The only reason I'm doing it is because Garrett says we need to. I just think
Worth our
that
life. Can't
we
complete
would
our own
have been
mission.
gone.
Can't complete our own mission.
I'm well aware, and I agree.
We're dying doing somebody we don't know.
But that's Garrett's. But that's Garrett's decision.
Maybe it needs to.
I've been trying. And so right now, I think we just need to rest. I think
Maybe the turtle guy should get some fish for you. Hey, what's the turtle guy's name?
Shelly.
Hey, Shelly. Could you get us some fish to eat? Would that be your problem?
Make me a Christmas check.
Oh, that's me to make a Christmas check. That's funny. I got a 22.
All right. Shelly looks at Garrett. Garrett nods, and it leaves. Some time goes by. Is anyone doing anything right now other than what they previously stated?
Rejuvenate the next hour.
I guess. No, not really. No.
Okay.
The only thing I can use right now is hit points, and the only three that can give that to us are out of PSP, unconscious.
All right. I would like all of you to make
Me too.
level checks, please, on the 30.
Me too.
This is a luck roll. See
Alright.
how good this next thing is.
18.
Total?
22 total.
Nope, nothing for me.
11.
I'm not sure I can reach that anymore. We're adding our no. This is
This is a level
This is
we're
check.
just adding level to it.
This is basically luck.
22 total.
Okay. Well,
17.
Shelly comes back with
A dagger.
a bag of salted fish and proceeds to hand them out and eat some
Thank you,
as well.
You are so kind. I eat. Hungry.
It's not bad. Apparently, it says this was in that room with all that stuff.
Where we got our weapons back.
All that stuff.
Where we got our weapons back.
Okay.
All right.
Healing potions in there, were there?
I haven't searched through every bit of that.
Just asking.
There doesn't seem to be anyone else here, so you're more than welcome to go search that pile if you want.
All right. Guess we'll do it together.
Okay. So, full belly,
I'll take first.
and after a while, you get sleepy.
I'll take first.
How many hours till we get sleepy?
Oh, maybe 4.
All right, so I should be back up to full then, right?
I don't know what your total is.
Well, sure. It takes me back up to full. 4 hours is 48. I'm at 38 right now, so yeah, it takes me full.
I'll stop rejuvenating at that point, and I'll get something to eat, just a little
Okay.
fish, whatever, and then I'll go to sleep. Actually,
So this is we're now into the before you go to sleep
Gotcha.
portion of our game.
I
So he
say.
is doing something. We'll get back to him when he figures it out. You?
I say I'll
38.
take first watch.
48.
Garrett, do you want to take second and
44.
Fulger do third?
Yes.
Or how do you want to
That
do
sounds like a good idea.
44 Plus. Alright, it's 38.
that? That's my 2 minutes.
Sorry, I'm doing something a little different. Plus 12.
I wish this meant more
50 plus 12.
Okay.
62.
So-
Good deal.
1 hour, 2 hours. I'm gonna go heal someone. I'll try to.
Okay. Who
We go for
do you approach?
I'll go to Waldor.
You go to Waldor, and what are you doing?
Cell adjustment.
Okay, and can you? I'm going to ask, since it's just the 3 of us here, we have a little bit more time. I would like you to be a little more descriptive and give us a feel of how you look and how things might feel if you actually were doing something with your mind.
I look over to Waldor's body.
Okay.
Put 2 fingers on his forehead.
Waldor is breathing. He appears like he's wounded, but it appears minor. He's got a few discolorations on his skin and on his furry face, but other than that, he's not nearly as bad as you remember Volmir looking upon the dragon's superheated steam acid breath attack.
All right. So it doesn't look as bad as he was. I tried to shake him, see if he becomes conscious.
You shake him. He does not. He does not show any signs of realizing you are doing that.
All right. I'm gonna touch my 2 fingers to his head
Okay.
and try to manipulate his cells to heal themselves.
And how does that feel in your own brain, for instance? Like,
Mastery control over another life. So I'm cell adjusting.
like, are you tapping into something? Like you're turning on a faucet, or are you just watching and pulling strings, or
I'm pulling strings.
how would you?
I'm using the power of my mind to make his cells do what I want.
Okay, so you don't really know anything about cells. You just
Right.
know that there's some type
I
of
just-
energy.
Yeah, I'm pushing the energy into him.
Where does that come from?
Myself, of course.
Okay.
My own power.
Do you have a pool or a reservoir of this somewhere in you that you tap, or do you feel
course.
like it's a flow of everything and that you're redirecting it, or how do you envision the power of the force flowing through you?
I'm not a Jedi, so yeah, it's just in me. It's something I gather
Okay.
and become part of me.
Can
and
you
release it when
tell
necessary.
that you might, or can you tell, or can you feel a, for a crude analogy, can you feel as if, you take a piss and you feel better? Is it like that, or is it more like just a very low feeling that doesn't register to anyone watching?
Oh. It's a low feeling?
When
It's just- what do you mean?
well, like when psionics are used in combat, or most powers, it's not like you don't show any emotion or signs. There is a sign, otherwise in combat no one would know to attempt to hit you if they were familiar with the power of the mind. So in a mundane situation like this, do your brows furrow, or do your knuckles whiten, or you
Nothing.
smell a strange smell in your nostrils that no one else can smell?
No, it's just power being released out. Feels a little relaxing in some ways.
Okay. All right. So
I did some additional study on cell adjustment after we discussed it last game.
just hold that thought. I want to see if he makes his roll.
Well, it matters on his spending.
All right. Well,
That's,
then
that's what I mean.
go ahead.
When you read the text on the back of the card, okay, it's
'Cause I
giving
didn't
you the
read
whole
this.
description of this guy's got a disease. You can cure that disease, and then if you also, but curing the disease does not give you back the hit points that he would have lost from whatever. So in subsequent rounds, you can give him back hit points at spending up to 20 for 4 points per round. The cost is 5 to initiate it. If you're not healing a disease, then you can just, on your first round, your total you're going to spend is going to be 20 if you're giving 4 hit points back. That's the first round. It's not 5 plus. Next round, 20. If you're doing a disease, you can't do disease and heal points in the same round is what it's kind of saying.
But
It says that.
If you risk the 20 on the first round, if you fail, you just burn 10, right?
anytime you fail a roll, it's half of whatever.
And that's where
But what it specifies that you're talking about in an example,
Yes.
it's healing a curse or disease. I mean, and then it says that you can't get that curse. It says you have to wait till the next round to do that.
Yes.
You can. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And then you lose 10 instead of 2.5. But I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
So spend 5 and then just wait a round and then pay it the next round.
Spend 5 for healing, then spend 20 the next round.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it that way. Because the maintenance cost is just whatever you're going to spend for the healing. There's no additional,
Okay.
So either way, my point is, you just want to heal 20. You just want to spend 20 to heal 4 points in the first round. You can do that,
Right.
but that's all you can. You can't do anything with curses or diseases. That's all. The card specifies the difference between the two.
All right.
You can't do both in the same round, but the example is cure the disease and then the hit points. That's the only thing that.
All right. I'm gonna roll to see if I actually succeeded in this test.
But he's right. He's gonna just do 5 points of healing for 1 point.
I do not, so I burned 2.
See what I'm saying? So that
I didn't hear him say that, but I believe it.
It makes sense to see. He just failed.
Yeah.
So if he would have said, "Well, I'm
Right.
going to give him back. I'm going to spend 20 points, give myself 4 hit points back," he failed. It would have cost him 10.
Yeah.
So what he's doing is the minimum is 5. So 5 would be 1 hit point. So he says the first round I'm going to do 5. I'm going to just do the 1 hit point for 5. So he rolled it.
Okay.
He failed. So he only lost half that instead of the whole amount. Now if he succeeded, next round is the only cost is what you're spending to heal. So he can just go next round and then do another 20 if he wants to get 4 points back.
And
That makes more sense. I'm glad you brought that up because then he's not subject to losing 10 points being half instead of only 2. That makes a hell of a lot. I like that idea.
Yeah.
As long as you got the time next round to do it.
Right.
So on the second roll,
I succeeded.
and
So that's 1 hit point. I burned 20 more to do
on the
4
following
round. And the next round after that, I put 20 more in. And the third and final round, I put 15 in, taking myself to 0.
And how many hit points does that
That
give?
should be 12, right?
It's 4 points for every 20 he spends.
And you spent 60.
Yeah, I spent 60 total in healing.
So
4, 8, 12.
yeah. 12. So he gets 12 hit points, right? Doing this math right?
No, the first one you failed. The second one you
Which
did
took me
5
down
to kick it off.
Which took me down to 60.
But no, I'm not counting that. I'm just saying you did it again. You did 5 to kick it off for 1
Yes.
point.
For 1 point.
And then it was successful, so you just kept it up to keep healing.
Right, so 60 total
But the
PSPs.
last time he only could put in 15, not 20.
Right, so that's 3 hit points. So
Well, he can, in subsequent round, he can always do up to 20.
He's out of PSP.
Oh, okay.
I did
So I see what you're
burned
saying.
60, which is 12
Oh,
hit
okay.
points.
I just thought maybe you were forgetting about that one that you kicked it off, that extra point of healing you did.
No, he did
But
right.
You ran out. Never
He
mind.
did right. So
Yeah, I did 60 total points of healing
All right,
during the
so-
initiation. After
Yeah.
Heal Waldor for 12 over 3-4 minutes.
rounds.
Yeah, 4 minutes.
Yeah, because we're not in combat.
It's 4 points a round.
When you're not in combat, a round is a minute. Combat rounds are like 12 seconds.
So every minute he gets 4 hit points back.
So
Well, technically the first minute he got 1 hit point. The second minute he got 4. The third minute he got 4. The fourth minute he got 3.
It makes sense.
okay, so
It does and doesn't make sense.
after the second, no, after the third round, the first round was fail, second round was 1, third round was
20
Okay.
4.
so he Waldor wakes up and
Alright.
looks at you while you're
Oh, I'm not making sound effects.
And
That's
then-
what I'm doing.
and then
Great.
after that you see
Something like English fire truck.
his wounds start to fade, and he's just left with a slight little mark where the beard has been burned away.
Oh, poor dwarf. Missing the part.
Oh, I forgot we got the hairless elf with us.
Oh yeah.
I forgot she lost her
shaved.
clothes and hair.
Shaved.
Okay.
Oh God.
She lost everything but her two swords.
And she is attempting to put and just get her clothes to be makeshift wearable, which they are.
I pull out my extra pair.
If she wants to wear my, I don't know how it would fit, but she can have my armor if she wants. I'm not using it. She's definitely skinny enough to fit, so it might be a little bit baggy on her. But it might be something we can take in on the fasteners. It's just, what do I have? Studded leather. I mean, it's something that, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, she's not too big to wear it.
Right.
She's strong enough for her.
She's got to wear her, though her clothes are ruined, they are still covering. So imagine like when Amidala was thrown out of the ship in episode 2. You know, her clothes are ripped up, but you don't see any titties.
So it's still PG this darn campaign, huh?
So,
Don't worry. Quote unquote.
I think I forgot to roll for her armor to make a saving throw.
You did.
Did I do armor?
She only thing she made out with her two swords.
I don't remember armor though. I remember clothes.
You did armor.
Clothes.
You did armor.
Backpack.
Bow.
Bow.
Well, her clothes, she's got something left of her clothes. Everything else went, except her two swords.
I know the swords made it.
Yeah.
And
Her
I know
armor was one of the
you
first
did
things you did. You did swords, then you did armor, then you did
bow, backpack.
right.
But
I mean, she was almost literally. Her clothes weren't completely gone. Because the armor, I guess, took the hit.
yeah,
That she was wearing.
that makes sense.
And her hair.
And her hair, and her hair too.
Well, I'm going back to rejuvenating, so anyone needs me. You just got healing, I hope.
I'm about to do the same thing you did, but to myself.
It's gonna be a hot minute.
Cobb, I'm going to do the same thing he did, but to myself.
We're gonna be
That he
here
did to walk
for the rest of the tonight.
I'm doing
I'll be
myself.
I'll
Right,
stay
Justin.
tomorrow.
By the way, this is like 2 hours before you guys were heading.
This is
sleep.
right before we're going to sleep.
No, 2 hours. I spent 2 hours, then at the end of the 2 hours, I healed Waldor, and I'm going back into rejuvenation after that. It wasn't
2
after
hours,
4
yeah.
hours.
What the
It wasn't after 4, it was after 2. I did the math.
Well, after 4, that's when I do my thing. Which is when you said that.
That was a 38, then I went to 12 more, then 24 more. That's 38, 48, 38, 50, 62. And that's the point I tried it. So I'm at 0. And
I wait till the 4 hours when it's time to go to bed. That's when I quit rejuvenating. That's when I thought you said we'd stop and decide for bed. That's when I'm going to do my solid adjustment, and then I'm going to go to bed. Okay?
So, make sure you keep up with this.
That's
As
sufficient.
I did. You
We'll
said
see.
4 hours
That's
past.
5, so that's 1 hit point. Then I'm going to spend 20 for 4 hit points. And 20 for 4 hit points. And then 10 for 2 hit points, and that's it. And then I drop it, and then I go to bed.
All right.
I watches.
I'll be on the first watch with you.
All right.
18 hit points, yay.
Nice.
Wow, that's a lot.
All right.
You are one of the highest hit point
So
totals.
who's on first watch?
You
Yeah.
guys?
I'm rejuvenating
Chris?
first watch.
Roll a D20.
All right. 3.
All right.
It's not a 1. That's all that matters.
The first watch goes uneventfully.
Back up to full. How long is a watch? 4 hours?
Usually 3.
3.
3. So,
So we gotta, in general, nights last 9 hours, roughly.
24
Kind of sometimes.
plus 36, 48, 60. All right.
Okay. Second watch I know was Garrett. Does anyone else want to watch with him?
I'm
No,
going to sleep.
sleep.
Okay.
And then I think like last session,
20?
I think last session Shelly wanted to stay up with Destiny for her shift, so I'm assuming.
All right. You're all awake.
Oh.
The scratching and the moving around. And you see Waldor is up and praying off in the corner.
Do I get 1 hit point?
Yes, everyone gets 1 hit point overnight if you need it.
Yes.
Not really.
And you all are able to do whatever it is you would like to do. You assume it's morning. You don't know for sure. And once again, the lamps are running out of oil.
With those that I've been taking care of, like her, I don't know if it works on me, but with my healing proficiency, if I did it immediately after the acid, would that give her more than 1 hit point back overnight?
Yeah, I have a question. How does that work? Because we've had this discussion before about using healing efficiency to give people extra hit points overnight. I forget the rulings on how everything's supposed to work.
Well,
If character times another victim within one round of wounding and makes a successful proficiency check, his administrations restore 1d3 hit points.
There's like a second part.
That character can recover lost hit points at a rate of 1 per day, even when traveling or engaging in non-strenuous activity. If the wounded character gets complete rest, he can recover 2 hit points per day while under such care. And I don't have herbalism, so that would be the end.
Right. So
so the definition would be what is under care.
that was, I think, what our
And my thing
was.
is always under care is you get checked on every couple of hours.
Okay.
And that's just it. So if you were someone like a priest and you were doing this, that messes up your time that you're sleeping,
So
and it could cause a problem. Doesn't always.
so for Sean,
You mean for 0?
for 0, but Sean's character for 0, does that mean that we would either wake him up every couple hours, and I guess you would go do rounds and then go back to bed, and then
I mean, I could, because I'm
In theory.
I'm regaining mine by sleeping.
Yeah.
As long as I get X amount of hours to cover my points,
yeah,
I'm fine.
that's
It's not like
that's
we're
my
doing
point.
anything else.
Right.
We've been resting here basically all day.
Like, you would basically rest 2 hours, wake up for I guess 10 minutes ish, going around and to attend to literally everybody,
Well,
and then go back to sleep.
But I don't know. I only went to her after that,
Yeah.
within that round of what happened.
So I'm saying in the future,
Because I didn't have enough to do anybody else. So
yeah,
but in the future, if I was to attend to everybody within that time span, but she was the only one I attended to other than
It's-
myself.
Actually,
is
no.
not.
You did Waldorf first.
But I couldn't do anything.
You did diagnostics.
Right, but I didn't heal him. I didn't do healing proficiency because you said, according to my fucked up die roll, he was fine.
Correct.
So I moved on. So it wouldn't matter to him because I didn't use my proficiency on him.
Correct.
I'm just talking about her. I did my proficiency.
Yes, but it wasn't within 1 round.
So you didn't get the.
You're saying the first round was Waldorf.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
But so what I was double checking. So you don't. I'm just saying overnight. I guess you would basically go around and do healing proficiency to everybody or keep up.
I'm willing to make this simple.
Okay.
It didn't
I
happen
just-
last night.
And what that means is,
I'm saying for future.
if you make another healing check, and if you make it, then you were prescient enough to do it.
But I didn't. It didn't.
I'm not
I
saying
didn't
for
do it the
last
first
night.
time to anybody because I didn't make it to her within the first round, so it doesn't matter.
You don't have to.
Well,
You
this is the
Sorry.
under care portion of the description
But I
because you.
thought I had to initially.
No, no.
Oh,
you-
that's something different.
yes.
Okay. Then yeah, I'd like to try and do that.
You're adding.
I had 21.
All right. Wow. So he was prescient enough
Roll
to
a 5.
kind of roll around and be like, oh, and kind of check on everyone. So, and what does that gain you? An additional point?
one additional point.
Okay, then you get an additional point.
So next night, if we bring it to his attention and we say it,
Or if he
yeah,
does it himself.
I'm saying if he says that's what he's doing throughout the night, he's waking up or someone.
So technically, I can only ever get to one person after they're wounded within a round. I can never do more than one person,
Unless you're
Unless-
hasted.
or they're injured multiple rounds.
Yeah, exactly. One person's injured the
Think
first
how-
round, second round. Yeah.
This takes place at the end of my watch. I go over to Garrett, who looks really beat up, and he's the main fighter, so I'm going to try to heal him as well.
Okay.
So then everybody that was injured would have
Failed
got
the first time, try again.
point of healing.
Succeed on the second time.
Extra point.
Yes.
Everybody would got the extra point in my override thing.
Awesome.
Except me. Is that correct?
I think you can do yourself.
I don't see
Unless
why
you can
wouldn't.
read where it
It
doesn't,
doesn't say either
so
way.
I'm
It
going to say
says,
just the same way a priest can cast a cure on himself, and you should be able to look at yourself and go, oh, that's fucked up. You got to clean that.
That's broken.
Okay, so you were able to, the first round didn't work,
Second round.
misfire. Second round it worked.
Yeah.
And what happened there?
I gave him a hit point back in the first round,
Okay,
then a total of 11 over the next 3 rounds.
okay.
So he gets 11 back, which I'm assuming he's still down. Huh?
Make sure we do this as we're going on. That way we're not. Here we are. Well, I need to go back to here and do something.
I
Okay,
can only
guys.
he,
I know.
Started talking
do
about
up to
healing and
6.
just went off on it.
he looks much better, but he still has some pock marks on his exposed flesh.
All right. We'll do some more in the morning, and we'll just
We're still
stay around here for a bit. But I need to go to sleep.
I can only have 6 patients total, and I can't be one of them. So. Or I
Really?
should say, it doesn't say I can't. It just specifies wounded.
Really? It
Okay.
says how much?
Great.
How many?
What?
It says how many? I
It
didn't
says
know.
up to 6 patients.
Huh. Didn't think it'd be that detailed. Well, looky there. There's 6 of us.
Okay.
Pretty well detailed. It's all fucking page.
The next morning,
The healing
Oh,
provision.
was that? Oh, you got it out of the book.
Not hard.
you are there, and
60.
So did you get that? You got an extra point of healing from me too? If you need it.
Yeah, I didn't take it down.
Oh, never mind that.
he phased.
I feel like Randy right now would be going like this,
Right.
right? I just
So you sleeping overnight? Does that take you up to full on your PSPs?
how many hours?
8.
Yes. Not
All
that
right.
many.
Right.
You were able to sleep 6.
That's 12, 24, 30, 12, 24, 36, 48, 62, 72. My max is 67.
All right. All right. So we're all squared away on our accounting.
Yep.
Currently.
Sounds good.
What would you all like to do today? As you see,
Not die.
Volmir,
Continue
and
with
Volmir is putting together what she has left. She says she'll try on the leather armor and see
healing.
how
Or
it
any
fits.
part of it that may be of use to it.
What is your
Hey.
size?
Who's the most hurt of these people?
Who's the what?
Most hurt of these people?
Hold on, hold on. Let me finish this with him first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What is
I'm
your
5'11",
size?
173 pounds.
Okay.
Probably me.
How
That's
many
not
pounds?
you, since sunlight will hit you.
100 and what?
73.
Oh, okay. So she tries it on.
Like I said, she should fit in it,
She does fit in, and it is too big, and it would
but she's strong enough.
not
to hold it.
allow. Probably there's too much.
Yeah.
Too much play. So she says thank you, but I can't.
Or maybe she can take part of it. I
So
don't
she
know.
gives back to you, unless one of you mind guys can change the size of it.
Well, there's plate mail sitting in the corner. Why don't you try that on?
She'll go over there and go, yeah, that's too big.
Okay.
She's 5'6", which is tall, but she's.
Well, this guy had
very
really
thin.
small fingers, so I'm not sure how tall he was.
Okay.
So who's Laura start? Not including me? I don't know.
Yeah.
It
I'm
should
down
be,
to
it
20
should
hit
be
points, so I
obvious
don't know.
Volmir appears
Still-
to be the worst.
yeah.
Barely.
I wasn't
That's
sure
all
how
I'm gonna
much
say.
who did what to her after I.
She looks barely worse than I do.
Well, I'll go
Okay.
after her.
I don't know how many you have.
I'll
but-
try to
If
jump
we
on.
want to stay here longer, I mean, I can do the same thing. I can heal him too.
Is there any place we can sit and see the sun without sitting in that damn bowl?
That'd be a Shelley question.
Who are you at? You're asking
Shelley, yeah. I mean, you said
She
the portal.
says,
There's a portal.
Sure, you can
above?
take the tunnel back under the lake.
No, I meant on this island. Is there a portal we're supposed to go through on this island?
Volmir says there is, according to the book.
Yeah.
Let's go there and
Did it
rest there.
specify where? I don't know. I'll look again.
It shows the island.
Shelley, I need the thing. Right?
No, because you already told him or hid or whatever. Remember, it's on the island.
So it
Doesn't
shows
show
that I don't have to use it to see that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it says it's on
And,
this island. It doesn't
Volmir's-
specify where,
Volmir says,
which side of the building.
"Do you guys remember Waldor?" And Waldor's like, "Don't disturb me. I'm praying." She says, "I don't want to have this conversation until he's done." So she's just going to go over and sit and wait.
Are we going to wait for 6 hours here?
Who could continue to do my rounds on everybody because I can do that until they're fully healed. By doing that, even during the day, we still get a hit point back by doing regular activities. As long as we're not doing anything strenuous or fighting or running, stuff like that. Because I can still we'll get 1 hit point back per day.
One
Well,
not
wait for the conversation.
So
So I will continue my rounds as often as necessary to
things
do that.
appear to be as good as they were. So nothing's worsened. None of the wounds that you have tended to have appear to be getting worse or anything like that. So after a while, Waldorf says, "All right, I'm done. What's the conversation you want to have?" And Volmir says, "Do you remember what the ring was called?" And she's looking and she's like, "Do you all
Let me think
remember?"
about that real quick.
I wasn't here that night, so not.
Waldorf says, "Ooh," he says, "I do remember." And then he looks at you and he's like, "I want to see if you remember."
Have it in here somewhere. Just find it.
And she says, "I'm asking because I think we've already heard the name."
Can I roll to remember?
I don't have it written down. I thought I did.
Yes,
Thank you.
20 or 30?
a 30.
13. That's cool.
Total
What am I into it?
intelligence.
I'll roll them through.
You only get one of those a day, so that's
Oh, I'm sorry. One of those a day?
yes.
Oh, never mind then.
27.
27 total. Okay, and you rolled a what?
25?
Okay, so you guys just don't remember. Obviously, that's why you want to write things down.
I thought I had.
Well, I didn't know character. I mean, also having my character start writing things down. Is your character writing things down all the time?
You don't have to do that.
I don't have to.
It allows us to
That's
write
why I
it down
have
and
this.
remember it.
Oh,
That's why I keep notes in this
That's the one metagaming thing he allows. Is where we're writing down.
Alright, apparently I do not have it in my things, and
All right, so Waldorf says the ring is called Angeloche.
thank you. God damn
And he
it. I
folds his
swore I wrote
arms
that
and
down.
goes,
What'd you say it was?
Angeloche.
And that means
She says,
What's Angeloche in Cana?
who are you asking?
Well, one of those items we're looking for is. I wrote down the way it sounded when you spelled it, so I wrote down
Oh my god.
ANGLOCEINCANO, which sounds a lot like the spring, with a little bit more wording on it. That's why I'm wondering if that has something to do with it.
Angeloche and KO.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's like the first. That's what you just said with some more word to it.
Yeah.
That's one of the items we're supposed to be looking for, and I'm saying that to everybody.
And Volmir says, Shelley and I were talking. It says, and I don't know, I'm assuming it's related, but you can tell me if I'm wrong. Angeloche is the name of the ring that you want. Walter says, yeah. And Angeloche is the name of one of our
Weapons.
weapons that we
Angeloche
need.
Cano.
And it's supposed to be in that room that we didn't go because we were warned not to go in there.
Because Grundle and
Well, because he said not to go in there because we
we
got
all
our
died
asses
in
kicked.
there.
So
what do we die to?
Huh? What'd you say?
What do we get our asses kicked to?
Randall kills all of you.
Well, he's dead.
Right.
and so Shelkin says in the room because she said she'd been there one time
Right.
and there are 4 pillars. And she pulls out one of those golden sun tokens, and we have 4 of these. And I'm thinking, does 4 and 4 make a portal?
Possibly.
Shelly, let me have the stone back. I open the book out and show me and
Angeloche and Kano.
show me
And KO.
Angeloche and Cano.
It doesn't do anything.
Why isn't it working now?
Who are you asking?
The book.
Everybody that's listening.
Okay. I don't know.
Usually it would show us like it showed us the next object is
Maybe
we got to go to the portal to get to it.
Maybe
I was
have to get it
thinking,
first.
well, it would show us that thing's here because we didn't ask for it
No.
before.
Maybe we got to get the other one first.
No.
But we was
No.
my choice.
None of the
was looking for it.
NPCs have any help for you.
Yeah, but
I,
then you already
I give him
said-
the stone back. I
Okay.
guess it won't show us until we accomplish
next
stuff.
Well, let's go down and grab the ring. I'm not sure how dangerous it's going to be.
It's up in the room.
Shelly's like, I can take us there. Well, we were almost in there, so you all should
We're
kind
not,
of remember the way to go.
Is
We're not
this
ready to
place-
We're not ready
We're
to
not
go.
ready.
we're
Okay.
not even remotely ready.
All right, well,
Maybe tomorrow.
So Volmir says, well, I just wanted to throw that out there.
No, it
Because-
has
Heavy healing point at this point?
What?
Heavy healing?
Well, there's 3
Waldor
people that
says,
need
well,
heavy
I can cast 3 healing spells. I mean,
healing. I don't know how well you are. He's apparently fine.
I'm almost
I don't know where he's at.
totally fine.
I don't know where he is. Do you have any clue?
Garrett's like, I'm hurt somewhat, but I'm feeling all right.
Because
But I'm still hurt.
the 3 of us, me, you, and her are in bed.
put it this way: from just appearances alone, me and her look really similar.
And I can't bring any one of us near full.
Waldor says, well, how about if I do, and then he says, you and her make charisma checks.
I would
She
say
rolls a 2, so
I'm
she
going to
gets
win.
like a 13 or something.
I made
14.
I made a
He
22.
said, how about if I give you 2 spells and her 1?
Go ahead and give it to her. My
Okay.
brother can probably
So
I
he
can't do
casts-
like what he's. I don't know what he's going to do,
He
but
holds his holy symbol and he goes over
just
to
take
her
care
and
of me. He'll
says,
take care of
in
her.
his language, which you don't understand,
How about that?
"In the power of light, blah 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 blah," and she gets a whopping 10 points. And she's like, "Thank you," and writes them.
But she still looked really hurt.
And then he goes over to you and he says in his language that you don't understand. "Hablamos Shemahoma." You gain 3.
Good boy.
Well, he rolled 2 for her, so
I go.
okay. And then he's like, "Okay, I'm done."
I walk over to her and say, "Give me your hand." Put it in mine. Turn and just do this and start concentrating on soul adjustment again. Let's do it a different way this time, just to see if it works any better.
do you like to know how bad off she is first? I can tell you that.
Yeah, why don't you tell me?
I'm going to do diagnostics on her first.
Okay, roll a D3 and your D20 at the same time.
Oh. I guess it takes 3 rounds.
Correct? And your total is?
Um, oh, there it is. 30.
Okay. So,
She should be close to a quarter.
she,
I haven't really been healing her since the very beginning. When she was negative, so I have no idea what I
yeah,
got.
she is at around 37%.
All right, let me do my healing and find out what she is after that, so we can figure out everyone. So I'm gonna.
While he's doing that, I'll do
Hold on.
diagnostic on him.
All right.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
time wise, I do the same thing on him.
So you first. You're doing your first roll is to make it go.
Solid adjustment. I'm spending 5 points towards healing.
So what does that mean?
He's
I'm
you
gonna
get 1 point to be
initiate.
successful.
So I lost 2
Oh.
points. I was unsuccessful. I'm gonna try it again next
Okay.
round. Yes, that's power score, I believe.
That's
Amazing.
real good.
If it is.
I think.
When your power score is, you get 10 points.
What's the adjustment?
Up to 10 points of damage is instantly healed at the cost of 5
Let's
PSP.
double check now.
So you spent 5,
What's the modifier?
you get a maximum of 10 points immediately for that. That's what it does.
You look up the modifier.
He needs to know what his
Constitution -3.
exact
minus 3.
power score is.
Oh, yeah.
13 is my power score.
Okay.
So
So
you
you got
got-
your 13.
So
Yep.
the 5 points you were
Okay.
spending, she immediately gets 10 points of damage healed.
Okay.
It's
So
only it's up to
she's-
10, so it'll go more
She's
than that.
at that.
So
now.
that's so that was a wonderful fucking roll.
Right.
Now you
And
can keep
it only
going
costs
for
you
additional rounds. You've got it activated.
Right, so
Yeah,
that's
that was
5.
That was a nice one.
67, taking down to 65, that's taking down to 60. I'll dump the rest into her, so that's another 12. So 22 total points.
22. Yeah.
Okay.
You should be your max now.
Okay. She looks much better. Much better.
Oh, I'm
She,
dead.
So how many rounds did that take?
That takes
4.
1 round, 2 rounds, 4 rounds. So 4 minutes. It's
The reason I asked is I'm doing diagnostics on him at the same time, just see where we run. Okay.
no 5 minutes total. Sorry, because I failed the first round.
That's right.
True.
Okay. So for 5 minutes, you are
Holding your hand.
doing transferring some type of power from yourself into her, restoring her vitality and health.
Yeah, the second round. I was like,
She has this weird little red mark on her nose. That's all that's left.
I was gonna say she would be.
Her hair didn't grow back though. It's still
Bald.
no, she's not bald. It's just kind of ratty. Okay. Meanwhile,
And trim
you
that.
are doing something.
Diagnostics on him.
Okay.
I'm successful in for 2 rounds.
Okay. And no natural 20. Okay. So what percentage do you have left?
Exactly a quarter.
So he's
Okay.
pretty. Okay. I'm gonna check her again.
Okay.
That's one.
Well, you're gonna have to wait. Well, I don't know. I guess you could do it. Well, it would depend if you want to do it while.
Oh
he's
no,
doing
no!
that.
I would wait till he's done, and then I would
Okay,
do it.
so-
How about I gotta rejuvenate?
All right.
yeah,
So
I assume you.
so you diagnosed him, and then you'll wait patiently, and then you will do a
Like a
thing.
couple more minutes.
You will do a thing on
Then I'll
her.
do the diagnostic on her again, and it'll take 2 more rounds for that.
Oh, you already rolled.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. She is at.
I really hope so.
$83%.
I'll need to roll for myself, so I guess I'll do cell adjustment on him as well. Alrighty, we'll do 5 to initiate for 1 point.
Oh, the power score.
So you get 1 point back.
Alright.
Oh, and then 4 more points for 20. 4 more points for 20. Four more points for 20. I'm done.
You see a lot of them move, go away. Like a lot of the scars and scratches and burn marks fade.
Only 13 points, all I can do for you.
Yeah, but there are still quite a few left. But a lot of them, you would definitely know that a majority of them have gone away, but there's still quite a few left.
Yeah.
Is what you would see. Good way to describe it.
Very good.
Doesn't technically give them the
Oh,
exact information, but it,
So I go into rejuvenating too.
All right.
And I tell everybody, I like him. I've
I'm
spent
off the
everything I can to heal him. I need to rejuvenate too. He's maybe
I'm
just
a lot better
over.
now.
He might be around 50%.
I'm a lot better now.
And
Not
she's
top off,
real
but-
good. So I'm not. I'm the worst one, but I can't do anything else for myself.
I was
either
gonna
at this
say
point.
if you
Unless we can find some sunlight for me to sit in.
if you can do that one more time, I have confident that I'd be really, really almost.
Hey Shelly, is the sun
You
up
really
yet
need
in
to
that
learn
round
that
room? In that pedestal room?
We
the
talked
room
about
where the
it.
sun is?
And because I told him about these paths and that our paths could cross, he suggested that I follow my own.
Okay.
Shelly,
Those
people watching now.
Shelly,
Our
Yes.
is the sun up in that
psionics
room
kind
yet?
of work.
Oh,
It's
If
Yeah,
not,
because
it would be
one-
close.
And then you have the
I would
branches and
think.
everything. Like, okay.
you
Sure.
know,
I'm
So
gonna
it's
spend
kind
an
of like
hour,
you're along the path, and if you
rejuvenating,
choose to get this,
and then I would like to go
this,
into that big
fuck,
room
that's
and
kind of how we
try to
think of it as a tree.
do
Start
parts of
here. As you keep going in levels, your brain
You are in charge of yourself.
Actually,
Kinda
the
how
club's
we
supposed to-
describe it.
I'm gonna do two.
Right.
I'm gonna do 2
But-
hours.
So
rejuvenating.
it's-
that power doesn't have a.
I need the action points.
Whatever, man.
It's
Okay.
yeah. It's how we describe it.
So let me know when hours.
6 hours.
I only need. I'm not gonna say this.
Oh. All right. Well.
So I'm assuming after this,
Overall,
we're
I need about
going
one
to
half, but I
move
need my
to the sunroom, correct?
Who are you talking to?
Everybody, since my brother wants to go back and sit in the sun.
In 2 hours, I'm gonna say this. I tell you that, and then I rejuvenate.
I'm guessing we're gonna all go move with him. Is that all right?
Garrett says, "Are you sure that's a good idea?"
No, but I'm not leaving my brother.
Volmir says, "I don't care what we do." Waldor says, "I don't care what we do either, but I don't like the idea of being out in the open."
I don't either, but
So
I'm not
that's
leaving
their
my brother.
opinion.
Leave them here in safety. Maybe Garrett, just you come and
No,
walk.
Maybe
Garrett's-
the balcony would be a better idea. Is the balcony
As long as
get
I'm in the
exposure?
sun, I don't care where I'm
Does the
at.
balcony get sun exposure?
It will get some, but not nearly as much because then you're not out.
Well, does it get in the morning?
Tell
or
you
the
what.
evening?
Depends on which balcony.
Brother, if you meet
The one that Grundle jumped out of,
goes back here
it would
fast,
get
a lot
sun
faster.
in the morning for some, but that's at the wrong angle. The sun goes from one side of the eye to the other, not from the top to the bottom.
So,
It's so much easier to do something back in time.
does that agree? Me and my brother will go. Everybody else stay here, rest up.
Garrett
Make sure
says
everybody's
that thing was out there and it touched him, and
So what happens if he tries it? It touches him again?
that's just it. We don't know what happens
Last-
again.
Oh,
and
we don't know what won't happen again, right?
Waldor says,
killed
and
him.
I know that thing, if that's what you saw, if it looked like that statue, I told you what it was because I rolled a natural 20, so I know what it was.
that
And
one I wrote down.
That's a thing that you don't want to fuck with. So
And
you can do what you want, but
It's a creature
I
of
don't-
let's be
fate.
honest, there's
I
one
don't
thing
think
more.
you should.
Well, I don't think I should either. but
Garrett's
I don't
like,
think
should
it
I-
is.
Garrett
It's a
says,
creature of fate. You will die.
Well, not just that, but
It's
it's
a creature of fate. You will die.
Waldor says,
it's
what,
not
do you
just that. But let me finish my.
mean? What does
what I
that
said.
mean, creature of fate? Is that just a fancy way of saying what I said?
Pretty
Everything we've run into that I've tried to avoid, we've run into later. We ran into the dragon once. If I change back time, we're gonna run into the dragon again.
We've run into him more than once.
Well, on this island,
This is the third time.
and it may be
Garrett
worse.
says, third time for the
We all
dragon.
lived.
Fair.
Yes.
Chased us to the portal, and now it's here.
We're almost all the way healed up, except for you and Garrett.
A couple more days, I'll be fine.
All right, so an hour goes off.
I'm good.
All right, I'm saying rejuvenation
I'm
for
waiting
the
for my
hour.
brother.
Roll a d20.
I don't want to.
After 1 hour, your whatever your rejuvenation gives you.
Did you all want? 17 liar.
Okay, so that hour goes by, and then you said you wanted to wait 1 hour or two.
2.
The trash can. Oh, because you painted it. Is that all
And the trash
burnable?
can?
No, the wall.
2 hours,
If
right?
it's all burnable, you can just leave it there. I'll get it. Are you waiting another hour?
I need 2 hours.
Okay.
I'm waiting with them.
All righty, then roll another 20.
Don't switch to the green one. 6.
Okay. So 2 hours have gone by. If you've rejuvenated, then you've gotten those points, and there you are.
All right, brother. Do me if you could. Oh,
In the
I know
meantime,
you're not-
Shelly comes back in the room because you guys heard her leave or did leave or whatever the fuck it is. And then it comes back and it's like, the sun is creeping over the edge.